Hello, amazing data minds. Welcome to another empowering section in our SQL journey. I hope you're excited because today we'll be diving deeper into this HR database we created in our last video, Introduction to SQL. So it is a crucial skills every data analyst must master. So before we begin, just a reminder that this video is designed to turn confusion into clarity. So there's no pressure to be perfect. Just commit to learning and practicing. Learning and practicing. So if you missed our last week video, you can go over to the previous video, Introduction to SQL. Yes, it is very detailed. We talked about how to import data into the SQL database and we talked about the interface. So you can just go over to it. So, but what exactly is SQL concepts? Because we need to really understand what SQL is before we deeper into it. Sorry. Imagine you're working in a bank and your manager says, "Can you get me all customers who opened an account in the last 6 months?" So that's exactly where this query comes in. All these queries we do right in SQL is to ask business question, relatable, sensible business question. So SQL stands for structured query language, like I said in my previous video. So it's like your language to talk to databases, just like you use English to ask a question. So SQL help you ask like, hey database, give me this information. So once we write our query, it brings out results. So, a recap of MySQL, it is an open source relational database management system that uses structured query language, and it is one of the most popular databases system in the world due to its reliability, it's easy to use, and it has community support. So it is widely used for application ranging from small scale project to large enterprise level system. So you might be thinking that why is this my SQL important? It's important because it integrates easily with many programming language and platform. What I mean by that is you can easily connect SQL to other programming languages and platform, and it's scalable for both small and large application. It's reliable, it has high availability and security features. So MySQL is commonly used for web applications, data warehousing and analytics, customer relationship management, that is CRM. Like sometimes if you're looking for a job, in the job description you see CRM, so that is customer relationship management system. So enterprise resources planning, that is ERP software, and data science and reporting data. So that's what my SQL is commonly used for. So companies that uses this MySQL, Facebook uses MySQL, Google uses MySQL, Twitter uses MySQL, Netflix uses my YouTube, uses my Uber uses MySQL. So okay, so you aspire to work in all these companies. So you just need to know how to use MySQL. And MySQL is a collection of clauses, keywords, and parameters that perform a particular function. So it's all these clauses now we need to make use of. We need to know how to make use of all these clauses and keywords. So to perform the functions that company needs, the results that company needs. So we created this database in our last video. So let's start with what a database is. A database is an organized collection of data that can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. A database store information in a structured way so that computers and people can find and use that information quickly and efficiently. So in a layman language, let's think of a database like a warehouse. We all know warehouse. So that warehouse, each table is a shelf. In the warehouse, we know we have different things in the warehouse. So each table in that warehouse is a shelf. So this HR data, let's see, you can see my cursor. This HR database, inside this database, this is a table. So this database now is the warehouse of this table where we have HR underscore data. So this is our table, HR data. This table we're displaying now that you can see, HR data. This is our table, while the database is the warehouse housing this table. I hope we can understand. So it's SQL is by continuation of practices and learning. So you can see this database in our schemas. Schemas is like a blueprint or container in a database. It organizes and groups related databases objects like tables, views, stored procedures, function, indexes. So you see all these databases under our schemas. The schemas is the container. So now let's start making use of these keywords and clauses in SQL. First of all, we've created the database, HR database. And now the table inside our database, we've displayed it. We've displayed it. So first of all, let's break it down. We made use of this select. Select is just like you're saying, show me. Like, show me, I want to see. Then from is like, where should I look? Let's write it together. Where should I look? So this query now, select in SQL, instead of writing all means this is all in SQL. That means I want to see everything. I want to see everything. That is this star. So this select star from our table name, this is the syntax. Select all from table name. So it's like you're saying, show me where I want to see in this table. Select is like, show me. From is like, where should I look from? Where should I look? So we are saying we want to see all the data we have in our HR table. So now we say select all from our table name is HR. So if you're writing normal English statements, at the end of that statement you put full stop. So in SQL we use the semicolon. So at the end of each query you make use of your semicolon. So now we've said select all from HR data. So we want to see everything in our HR. So now it displayed everything. So know, once you see this green mark, you know that yes, your query is correct. So it returned 310 rows. So this is our table, which consists of 310 rows. So now let's dive deeper into our data. So now we say, let's return the last name and the first name and salary from our HR table, or we want to see salaries that are greater than 60,000. So in SQL, if you want to write a statement or you want to comment on something, we make use of this double dash so you don't have error in front of your query. So this is a question I am writing. So we make use of the double dash. But if my explanation or my question is a long question, we make use of the slash star. We make use of the slash star. You write your explanation, and at the end you put your star and slash. So that is how to write comments in SQL. Or if it's just a short comment, you make use of just the double slash. You write your comment, and that's it. You can decide to put your semicolon or not. So far your double dash and space is there. SQL already knows that this is a statement, not a query. So now let's go with our question. It says return records where salary greater than 60,000. So now we say return record. So you're saying show me. We'll start with our select statement. Return records. So it is not specific if it wants us to return a particular column. It just said return records. So that means we're returning all. So let's put our star. You know, in SQL, all means the star. So instead of writing all, you put the star. So now we have told SQL that it should show me all. That's return all. It now says where salary greater than 60,000. Obviously, you know that we are making use of the HR table. So you know that we are looking from our table, which is HR data. So show me all from where are we looking at? We are looking at this table we are working with. So it says show me all from this table. So the question says where salary greater than 60,000. So you say where, because these are clauses in SQL, where salary is a column name in our table. So where salary greater, we make use of our greater than sign, greater than 60,000. We've answered the question. It's just as simple as that. And like I said, as you're writing English language, you end your statement with a full stop. But in SQL, we make use of the semicolon. Then we run it with our control and enter. Once you click on your control enter, it runs. So we've told SQL that we only want all records where salary is greater than 60,000. So let's go to our salary column now. So you can see, let's check how many records did you return first. So it returned 189 records. So you can see all the amounts in this salary, no one is less than 60,000. As you can see, I'm scrolling, no one is less than 60,000. So SQL has returned everybody, both first name, last name, that yeah, salary is greater than 60,000. So we want to see all the record of this particular person where his last name is Chan. Let's say your boss say, "Well, I want to review this person's record. So please help me bring the file of this person where this person's name, Chan, is. I want to see." So what are you going to do? You say, "Show me." That is select. We are selecting. In SQL, we start with select all the record. So this all means it's returning all the columns. All the columns is returning. But if you want just a particular column, you have to mention the column name you want to retrieve. So this select is like you're retrieving record. So select all. So where am I looking at? We are looking at this particular table we are working with. So from HR data. So what is the condition? This where now is like a condition where last name is Chan. So where, okay. So in our column there is no space. It is written together. So we have to write it together. Last name where last name equals Chan. So as you can see, it returned only this person's record. It returned his last name, his first name, his middle initials, his employee ID, his position ID, his department ID, the manager, the date of hiring, salary, everything he filled maybe before they employed him. All the record. That is what it returned. Can you see? It returned all these persons, particularly just this person. So that is SQL. SQL is about asking smart questions, asking business questions. So this is just the basic querying we're starting with. This is the basic querying. This is like the three musketeers in SQL. Select, from, where. They are the three musketeers in SQL. We're not returning all now. We just want to return specific column in our table. So we'll say, "Show me," select, want to retrieve. Select. So now, instead of inputting our all column, we'll specify the column, the one we want to retrieve. That is last name, first name, department ID, so this is what we want to retrieve. Just these particular columns. We don't want all the whole columns in our table. We just need these particular columns. So we want to retrieve the last name, first name, and department ID. So where are we looking at from? We are looking from this table we are working with. So from our table name, HR data. So what's the other questions? Who worked in department 60 or 100? So we say department ID. The condition says six, is it 60? I think it should be 6 or 10 because I can see 5 here. So 6 or department ID. So what do you think is going to return here? So first we said select only the column we need. That is the first name, last name, department ID. From where are we looking at? This table we are working with. That is the HR data. So what is the condition? It says employees who work in either department 6 or department 10. So the condition says where department ID equals 6 or department ID equals 10. So let's run it. So as we can see, it returns 9 rows. It returns 9 rows. So now it returns the last name, first name, and the department ID alone, because we've told SQL that this is what we want. These are the 3 columns we need. We don't want all the columns in our table. This is just the columns we need. So it returned department ID 6 because this condition was met. It says all. So it met with this condition and SQL returned it. So I hope with this few example for today's lecture, we learned the 3 musketeers, the basic querying language in SQL, which are select, from, and where clause. So SQL is about constant practice, constant learning. Like I explained in a layman term, select is like show me, show me, I want to retrieve this thing, show me, I want to retrieve it. That is select. So from is where should I look at? Where should I look? Do you understand? And where is the condition? Like now, the condition for the first question was salary greater than 60. So we make use of the where clause. So I hope with this explanation I've made, with this detailed explanation, I hope you begin to fall in love with SQL because it is not hard as. If it feels overwhelming now, repetition makes mastery. So you are not just learning SQL, you are becoming data fluent. Just stay consistent and you will be amazed by how confident you will become. Yes. So I hope this video helps in your basic querying languages. So see you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe to our video, give this video a thumbs up if you like the video.